She say, we say, I say, hearing out them points of views when I see it my way. Yes it goes, yes it knows, maybe so's, probably not. Shoulds and coulds, do's and don'ts, your woos and won'ts is how you rock. Politicians and religion. Is you married? Is you single? Meta interest when you mingle. Turn out to be someone you into. So how long before the bed get wrinkled? Raising children when they tripping. Is it time out or do you whip them? Opinions and decisions, hunches, intuitions. May or may not get it, cause people's experience different. Check the prejudice at the door. Speak the time you give the flow. Tell the truth if it's sweet or sour, cause the hour we spitting that fire.
I miss y'all so much. Oh my God, I miss y'all so much. Y'all, I've been fighting with YouTube. I've been going through some stuff. And for those of you who do not know, they basically told me that if I got any concerns about R. Kelly's streaming taken down, that I need to talk to Nicole Alston. And I think I don't have no problem talking to Nicole Alston because Nicole Alston is the head of legal of YouTube. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. So, oh, okay. Well, then that's who the hell I need to be talking to. That's who I need to be talking to. I don't give a damn. The Dragon's back. They get it too, God damn it. I ain't forgot. So, let's get right into this because y'all been waiting a long time. I'm going to acknowledge everyone. Thank you guys for coming on in here. You know you got to take the time. Okay, Mate, Miss Texas, Tough Love, Denise. Oh, my God. G Family, Garnett, Oma, Tina, Tate. Oh, my God. Anita, Grand Jurist, Miss Hooper, Felicia. Oh, my God. Miss Texas, Pink Ice, Trinitina. Nurse Petty, you are saluted. Denise, Beyond Blessed. Jims, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, Barbie girl. All right, Miss Tiffany. That's what I'm talking about. Fifi. All right, Annie, Courtney. All right, Brooklyn. Yes, right. Leisha. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Felicia, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, Garnell. Oh, Grand Jurist. All right, Sir Miguel. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking. Irene, Pink Ice. Yes. Come on up in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button coming on up in here. Miss Nita. Okay, because Tough, I got to address you, Tough. You talked some stuff the other day, and I'm sorry I didn't get back in with you. Okay, Tay Tab 37. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Valerie Sugar. And if I missed your name, please, Nicole B. If I missed your name, please charge to the game, and I'm hurt. All right, because y'all, it's going so fast. It's going so fast. All right, Amanda, what's going on? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming over here to Spittinfire. I am your host, R.A. Jackson. That's me, right? And I'm the one, goddamn it, getting into it with YouTube. They kicked me off the last night, y'all. Y'all seen that? They's like, bitch, you ain't gonna show them that. Whoop. Get your ass on our stream and do it. I said, yeah. Get on your stream then. Riri, I see you, baby. It's SPITTINFIRE, okay? Not no E in spitting. It's only eyes, because I see you. That's what I'm talking. Sandra, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, so y'all seen that happen, right? So Tough was talking the other day. Oh, guys, Haru, how you doing? Haru Fresh. You screenshotted the letter. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Screenshot that shit. That's what you do. That's what you do. Because when I put it out here, I ain't ashamed. I owns my shit. You see what I'm saying? I owns my shit. So Top was talking the other day about the King of R&B. And he was talking about did R. Kelly get a fair trial? The answer is hell fucking no. That's it. Spittinfire has never said or knew anything about R. Kelly. I'm not an R. Kelly fan. I'm not an R. Kelly blogger or whatever. But I've always told you guys from the beginning to follow the law. And whatever the law says is where you go by. Not your feelings, not what you personally think, not anything of that nature. Follow the law and common sense. And then there you go. You will have your answer. You will have your answer. So he went on to talk about did the King of R&B have a fair trial? He said he did believe that R. Kelly had a fair trial. And he went on to say some other things. Let me see if Tough have his information up here. Because I told you, Tough, to put your stuff up. You know, Tough, you sit up here. What you do, Tough, you sit up here and you take your stuff down, or you have to render it, or you do, I don't know what you be doing, Tough, I don't know what you be doing, okay? You one of those military man, I don't know if you got to put it on top security clearance, I don't know what the hell you be doing, Tough, but you got to understand that when you tag Spittinfire and I have to talk to you about these things, I have to talk to you about these things. It says, did the survivors lie on R. Kelly to Gayle King? Hell, fuck yeah. Did I stutter? Did I damn stutter? Let's get into listening to what Tough had to say. All right? So, let's get into this. Hold on. Let me put this over to the side. Let me put this up. So this speaker, this can go on the top. So that y'all can hear. Because I want y'all to be able to hear. I want y'all to see my business. This is my business. All these titties and everything, this is my business, okay? I'm in the privacy of my own home. I don't need y'all looking at my business, okay? I ain't got, look, man, let me tell you something. Ain't no milk in these. Okay, these old titties, ain't no milk. When you suck on these are just for pleasure. There ain't no milk in these. I ain't breastfeeding nothing else. Anyway, Tough, we got to get to talking about what's going on. We got to get to talking about what's going on because Tough, I got to talk to you about these things, right? Ain't nothing going on in these. These some big old titties. These are grown women titties. Okay, these some grown women titties. These ain't them nubs that y'all young folks be sucking on. These you can lay on one and put one in your mouth with these. These is grown women stuff. These for grown men. Okay, this ain't for y'all young folks out here who learning. You know what I'm saying? These already fed the kids that they go feed. Anyway, let's get into some tough love. Let's go back up and see if we can find this video Tough was talking about. Cause Tough, let me see. Tough, where you go? You better not have took that video down that quick. I'ma whoop your behind. Man, I'ma whoop you. Ain't no military training gonna stop me from whooping your butt if I find out you deleted that video just that quick. I'm telling you, Tough, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing no games with you. I'm serious. I'm serious now. Why I can't find it? Why I can't find it again now? Let me see. Because you know a lot of times they taking off some videos they talk about R. Kelly too. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I was right here on the video. Where the hell did it go? Why don't it? Here you go. So, ooh, Tough, look at you with your suit on and everything. Ooh, look at you. Tough love, look at you. Yeah, your wife gonna kick your ass, Tough. All right. Let's see. You talk about Gayle King. All right, let's see. Well, first, let's talk about I didn't ever address the one you did a week ago, but I'm gonna do the one you did yesterday or the day before.
It's just not something that I had, grown up.
Okay, so this is Tough Love, y'all. Make sure y'all go over there and check out Tough Love video, okay? Make sure, Tough, if you still in there, put the link in here. I can't see the chat right now because I'm on his channel. So we're going to sit up there and talk about a little bit, just a little clipping, okay? Because I don't want to copyright his stuff. This is his work. And make sure, Tough, you put your link in there, all right?
Okay, you have to knock any and every single time you come out of this room. Okay, you need to delete every single person in your phone except for my 4 phone numbers. Okay, you have to stop doing this. Okay, you can't do this anymore. If you don't listen, then we're going to get into, you know, beatings and chastising, and, you know, this is to help you. This
and
is
it did get into beatings.
It did. Yeah, it did. And, you know, it was always, you know, this is to better you, you know. It was...
Did you believe that at the time?
No, because
No.
I had never, you know, come from an abusive household or anything like that. And so even, you know, still to this day, I'm shocked that I would allow a man to put his hands on me, because, you know, it's just not something that I had, you know, grown up experiencing. So I didn't know how to get out of something like that even more, because I had never
Experienced
I've
it.
never experienced it.
I am surprised.
I'm looking at the interviews that the survivors are having now. Now that the trial the first trial has been initiated and had, I'm looking at the survivors' response to that. I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at the verbiage that's used. I'm looking at, you know, the puns that's used. So I'm looking at the overall scope of things. Now I think everybody's kind of like, you know, they either support R. Kelly to the death, or they feel like, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't a fair trial, or some people feel like, hey, he got what he deserved. This is not to talk about his guilt or innocence on this live. This is to talk about the aftermath of, do you feel like the survivors lied or not? Now, I watched the Gayle King and the Ariel, I believe Arzel, or whatever her name is. I watched that interview. I watched a couple other ones, but that interview stood out the most, because here's my thought process, right? After he's convicted, smoke him. After R. Kelly is convicted, you know, hey, we're going to throw away the key, we're going to push him to Chicago, and then we're going to now, you know, go through the trial again for other charges, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now you have these survivors coming out saying that, you know, the first time that we went live, the first time we did the interview with Gayle King, we lied. But we were convinced, most of us. So now that the second time they do the interview, it's well, we lied that time. Now we're telling the truth. And I guess my thought process is, how do you know what's the truth and what's the lie? Salute. How do you know at this particular time what's the truth and what's the lie? Because to me, when we first saw you in front of the camera, you convinced us that you was not being held against your will, that your parents did X, Y, and Z, like you told, you know, everybody on a national stage. And my thought process is, I don't believe that Gayle King came to no hotel room to do no interview with R. Kelly, and that wasn't the moment to spring you. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, hey, we being held. I mean, at that particular time on a live network doing an interview, you could have easily said, hey, this man is holding me against my will, or gave her a wink or some type of inclination that we need help. But that didn't happen. So now we go back and we say, well, we were lying then, but we're telling the truth now. And it's just like, I don't know, something just don't sit right in my spirit, because it was almost like we waited deliberately until after the verdict to do another interview to say we lied. I'm looking at the timing of it, and I'm just saying, like, all of this seems kind of crazy to me or whatever. Like, there was a lot of people, based on the videos that I did, kind of breaking down certain things, you know, instead of saying surviving R. Kelly, it was more like understanding the situation and the narrative. And we kind of broke it down to the extent of, you know, the trial was kind of wishy-washy, and racketeering, and a lot of these things seem crazy, whatever. And I kind of proposed a question to the audience, both to the R. Kelly sympathizers and to the people that they sympathize with the victims more. And then for the people that was right in the middle, Arzon, I don't know how to say that, y'all. But I'm kind of still in the middle. And the reason why I feel like I'm still in the middle, because I feel like, first of all, I don't feel like it was a fair trial. I believe that the whole surviving R. Kelly thing, to me, that should have never came out before the trial, before he was found guilty. But I'm looking at the response to him being convicted and what the victims are now, the survivors are now saying after the fact. Well, we lied then, but we're telling the truth now. Just recently, the Washington Post, I'll share the link in my community tab. They did a whole synopsis about all of the survivors getting together after the conviction of R. Kelly, and basically said, now we need to stop worrying about R. Kelly, and we need to start focusing on the victims and supporting them. So a lot of them are trying to get book deals. A lot of them are, I think it's one or two of them that's going to be appearing in a couple movies. It's just interesting to me. It's just interesting because I feel like when you listen to her speak about, the abuse and him putting his hands on her and she don't know why it happened, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. My thought process is, what really stopped her from contacting her family? If you're out and allowed to go shopping and you're allowed to go do X, Y, and Z, at any point in time your family could have been contacted. I'm just curious, y'all. Like what really stopped the younger victims from contacting their family members? Like, I have no idea why the older women were kind of going, like some of them were going back and forth, like leaving and then coming back. So my thing about it, if a man is locking you in the room and making you defecate on yourself and doing all of these crazy actions towards you, what would make you go back?
Tough, I stop right there. I stop right there. I stopped right there because of the simple fact is, many of you didn't follow this story. Many of you, like you, Tough, other bloggers thought that the bloggers over here were just supporters. Like, we're just supporters of R. Kelly. Like, we like him so much, we just supporters. Maybe some bloggers are, but not Spittinfire. So, I would like your email, Tough Love. I would like your email. And there's no reason for you to know what the prosecutor says, because he's already been convicted. But after you listen to her talk, you have what I have, and that's common damn sense. And sometimes common sense come into our lives or after the fact. Like, we be thinking like, oh, these victims, or he liked the young girls, and we don't use common sense. Or when we do use common sense, we use it late. Okay, we use it late. I'm gonna say it that way. We use it late. Sometimes sometimes we get so overshadowed of what the media and everyone is saying that we lose focus on common sense, right? We lose focus on that. And that's one of the problems that I feel that we have, is losing common sense. Okay. So, and then you got common sense because you listen to her speak to Gayle King and you're like, okay, this is not what you said. This is not what you said. I told the whole world. I told those who believed her. Like, even the ones who believe her, that's not what she said. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, Tough, hopefully you can tell those who sympathize with the victims, like, okay, you know that's not what they initially said. Okay, you know that. I have the transcript, the actual transcript from the government and the defense. And the questions that was asked with the defense is what you need to focus on, because that's R. Kelly's voice that has not been heard because they muted him. And I want to give that defense part to all of you bloggers, to all of you, because you can't just be for someone because you've been a victim, or because you just want to believe a woman, or you just don't like him. We don't wish death, we don't wish imprisonment on anyone. She said tough, and I can comprehend tough. I do have a, regardless, I can't spell, I can't write, but I can comprehend, I do have a college education. And tough, she said, during cross-examination, R. Kelly attorneys asked her some questions. She said some of the things, she said she never said these things. Some of the things she never said. Thought it was interesting. He said, and I'm not going to tell you what it was. Well, you know what? Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up Jane Doe. Let me see. Let me see if it happens. Okay. I don't know if it will. It won't let me pull it up because it's in a PDF. It won't let me pull it up and it's in a PDF. But let me see if I can read it, okay? Because I don't have no reason to make up a damn question and answer. That's for damn sure. I ain't that damn inclined. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. Okay. Hold on. I don't know how I'm gonna get. How you get this? Open. How the hell you get this? Wait a minute. How you get it? I can get it from over here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me search. Okay. Cross. Let me see. Okay. So I have it up, right? And I'm going to read the cross-examination, okay? Some of it. This is not all of it, but this is 104 of the cross-examination. And this is the Q is R. Kelly's attorney, and the A is her answer, okay? So I'm going to say Q, and then I'm going to say A, okay? Q is R. Kelly's attorney. A is her response, okay? So it says, he asked her about her parents, okay? And I'm not going to go in order, but I'm just going to, these are some real questions, okay? These are actual questions from the transcript. And thanks to Infamous Sylvia for putting things together for us to contribute to getting these transcripts. If you haven't, make sure you go over there to the Infamous Sylvia and also in Tough Love. Okay, so Q. Now, your parents proposed a number of business deals with Mr. Kelly. Am I correct? A. Yes, they did. Q. And one of those business deals that they proposed to Mr. Kelly was to endorse a Bluetooth dildo. Am I correct? A, that is correct. Yes. Now, let me keep going. And then Q said, and in fact, they made a number of efforts to try to get him to do this. Am I correct? A, yes, that's correct. And the feature of this dildo was in use. It was sing Mr. Kelly's music. Correct? A, yeah, correct, yes. Okay. And then Q. And it was your mother who was pretty much promoting this. Am I correct? A, I don't remember which one of them it was. I'm thinking she meaning between her mother and her father. Q, and Mr. Kelly refused. Am I correct? A, no, actually he told them to give him a proper proposal. Q, did they give him a proper proposal? A, I don't know. So then he went on to ask her about her graduation. He said, at your graduation, did your mother approach Mr. Kelly again about endorsing the Bluetooth dildo? He refused. And then she said, A, no. At the graduation, that's when he told them to send him a proper proposal. So she did talk about it. A, is your testimony here today under oath that he never rejected this proposal? And then the government objected, and then the court overruled, right? And then, okay, and so the court asked her a question, do you recall whether he rejected the proposal? The witness says, in their face, no. Do you recall him ever rejecting their proposal? And then A said, he did confide in me later, yes. So he did reject their proposal. He did not want to put his voice on a Bluetooth dildo. Dildo, a sexual toy. We're talking, this is a sexual case. Just the fact that it was a dildo business deal that they wanted him to put it in, it questions the whole thing of this trial. Hear what I'm saying now, Tough, because I know you're in the background still listening. Hear what I'm saying. He rejected a dildo proposition. A man that you say is a predator rejected a dildo proposition to put his voice on a Bluetooth dildo. And you people don't think that's strange, or did you not know that? Did you not know that? You got an innocent man incarcerated, y'all. A dildo. So, see, when Surviving R. Kelly came out, people already had their mind made up on R. Kelly. There was no way he was going to get a fair trial, ever. There was no way. He shouldn't have been tried right about now. There was no way he was going to get a fair trial. There was no way that a judge is going to be fair. There's no way that a jury is going to be fair. He's already tainted. And then she allowed the jury to go home. So you got people in their communities who already feel certain way. These people have to go back into their community. So if they would have said not guilty and they have to go back into their community, it would have been all kind of stories leaked about them and everything. He did not get a fair trial. And people who want this, don't like this man. This is not about like, I don't even know if I like R. Kelly. I never met him. I don't know if he's an asshole. I don't know anything about him. But what I do know is that I am never for anybody to be in jail unjust. I'm just never for that. It doesn't matter about me liking. Especially when you got Carolyn Dunham out here free. Especially when you got Carolyn Dunham out here free. Okay. So then Q, R. Kelly's attorney, went on to say they also tried to get him to fund a food truck. Am I correct? I believe so, yes. These are red flags. Okay, so your parents didn't get the business ventures that they wanted. Your mother, out of everyone, decided she wanted to do a Bluetooth dildo. A dildo. Not help you get a hair salon. Not help you come out with a nail polish, lipstick. Not nothing like that she could put you under or you can endorse as her daughter. But she decided that a dildo, a sex toy, was the way to go. Just a Bluetooth dildo. And he was like, nah. The man that you guys calling pervert, but you guys don't understand this stuff. You don't understand this stuff, and y'all need to make sure y'all share this video, okay? And he declined that one as well. Am I correct? She said, A said yes. And your father tried to get him to let him operate Mr. Kelly's light show for his concert. Am I correct? Yes, he did. So the father wanted to be the lighting guy and stuff like that for the concerts. Okay, so they was trying to work with Mr. Kelly. So hear me now. You have parents who tried to get work from this man. This is essential. Now, when they was meeting with Gayle King, they said business deals. This is not business deals. They was trying to get employment. And then the business deal was a dildo. Out of you know this is you saying that he sexually assaulted your daughter, a dildo, like literally a dildo. Child. Okay. So let's keep it moving. Then your mother tried to get a job working for Mr. Kelly, am I correct? I actually told her to do that. So she said I told her that she should get a job to work for him. Okay, but your answer to the question would be yes. I asked her to do that, yes. Okay. And then he said, no, I didn't ask that question. Okay, so they did something else. Let me see. I'm trying to just go past because it was a lot of court stoppings and things, so I'm bypassing that. Okay. Let me see. So your mother didn't try to get a job with Mr. Kelly as his driver? Yes, she did. So these people try to get numerous different jobs with R. Kelly. From the dildo to the lighting to the driver to the food truck. Like America. America. Jesus. So I'm not understanding how you saying that this man violated your daughter, but you tried to get all these business venture deals with him. You knew your daughter was gone. You trying to get all these business deals. When that didn't go through with you, now all of a sudden he's sleeping with your daughter underage. Now all of a sudden, this is a problem. This mother needs to be arrested as well. And there's a petition up. Y'all need to enforce that. We're not going to stop until one of them in jail. Now, he said, now, at some point your mother told you to take pictures and information regarding Mr. Kelly so it would be used. Those items will be used for potential blackmail, am I correct? She said no. And then Q said, I'm not correct. She said, that is not true. And then Q said, and that is your testimony under oath here? And she said yes. And then the court tell the government that you're referring to, if you don't mind. Okay, so the judge intervened and asked R. Kelly's attorney to tell what he's referring to. And then the government wanted to know. And then Q said, now, isn't it a fact that you told the government in a meeting on January the 9th, 2020, that's before you met Mr. Kelly, you were taking a break from music and enjoying life? So, I'm going to read that again. R. Kelly's attorney asked her under oath, now, isn't it a fact? He said, isn't it a fact that you told the government in a meeting on January the 9th, 2020, that's before you met Mr. Kelly, you were taking a break from music and enjoying life? Yes, I'm transitioning, yes. Now, you testified and told us yesterday that there was a meeting that you had with Mr. Kelly at Dolphin Hotel. She said yes. And then he went on to ask her, he said, and you testified and told us the manner that you were dressed when you went to that meeting. Am I correct? She said, pardon me? Okay. And then he went on, he said, Q, R. Kelly's attorney, went on and said, you testified and told us yesterday about the attire that you wore at the meeting. Am I correct? She said, yes. And that there was a photo of you in evidence that you identified as the outfit that you wore on the day. Am I correct? Yes. Okay. And he said, now, when you met with the agent in the interview that you had with them, you told them that you were dressed in a baggy clothes. Am I correct? And then the court said, intervene. What kind of clothes? Baggy. The court said, okay. So she kept intervening, the judge, on stupid shit. Okay? Because you know what the hell baggy clothes is. And then A, which is the one that met with Jane Doe number 5, Azriel, to meet him, she said, isn't it a fact that you, when you met with the agents, when I said the agents, the government, okay, isn't it a fact that you told them that when you met with Mr. Kelly on the date that you went to the Dolphin Hotel, that you were dressed in sweat clothes? Then she said, no. And he said, and you're an absolute about that and anything else you've testified to? And she said, yes. And then the government said objection. And then the court said overruled. And then Q went on to ask questions. And he went on to say, now you have to pay attention to this, because some of you might be like, what does it have to do with the sex trial? What does it have to do? Because you got to figure the whole thing. And then they come back to it. The same way I do my commentary. Okay? Because we're going to talk about some stuff that they done said. Now, isn't it a fact, Q said, isn't it a fact that you told the government in a meeting with them that you had just gotten out of a weightlifting class and you were sweating? He said, no, I didn't tell them that, the defendant. She said, okay. Now, she said, no, I told that to the defendant. He said, okay. And then she said, now, when you were meeting with the government, you were advised by agents that you were with the government officials. Am I correct? I guess that's supposed to mean that you were meeting with government. She said, yes, I was. He said, and they advised you that making a false statement to a government official is a crime. Am I correct? And she said, yes, they did. And then Q said, and they told you that consequences of making that statement, making a false statement. She said, no. So she's saying the government didn't tell her the consequences of telling her a lie. She said they told her that you cannot lie to them, but they didn't tell her the consequences of her lying, okay? And he said, but you know what's a crime is, correct? Yes, I do, okay? She said, I do, yes. So then he had 2 pieces of paper, and then he said, now, I asked you earlier about your mother seeking employment with Mr. Kelly, and you told me that it was your suggestion. Do you remember telling me that? She said, yes, it was. Now, when you met with the government, did you tell them that your mother suggested that she should be employed by Mr. Kelly? And then she said, I don't remember. And then he said, I'm going to show you this document and see if it refreshes your recollection. So he had the document that she said to the government that she forgot that she said to the government. Okay? And then he asked the court, can he approach her? He said, yes. And then she said, then Q said, just direct your attention to the upper portion. And then she said, okay, which part? He said, let me have that. And then she said, sorry, the front or back? She said, the top paragraph. Yes. Okay. She said, have you read the document? She said, yes, I did. Yes. Did that refresh? He said, did it refresh your recollection that it was your mother who suggested that she get a job with Mr. Kelly? And then A went on said, they could have did that inaccurately. She said, they did that inaccurately, the government. He said, I didn't ask you that, whether or not what they did have done. She said, yeah. And then she went on and said, yeah. He said, what I'm asking you is, did the document refresh your recollection that it was your mother who asked, who suggested she get a job? And then A said, no, I still did suggest those jobs to my mother. And then Q said, so after reading that, even after reading that, she said, yes. So he said, it does not refresh your recollection. She said, no. But when you read the document and you saw it there, am I correct? She said, yes. And he paused. So what he was asking her was, this is some statements that you said to the government. This is not statements that he made up to her. This is not statements that she can say R. Kelly made her say. This is the statement, because R. Kelly was already in jail when she turned witness for the government. So he asked her questions. See, one thing about a lie is you never fucking remember it. Okay? That's the one thing about a lie. And tough, this is why your intuition kicking in like this shit ain't right. It ain't. So as she said, now, you testified there came a point in time that you were at the Dolphin Hotel and that according to you, my client, Mr. Kelly, asked you to perform certain sexual functions, behavior on you. So, okay, because she testified to the government that R. Kelly ate her ass, sucked her you know what, she sucked his you know what, and all that you know what, right? She said, yes, he did. And then he said, okay. And you testified that there came a point in time that he actually did, and then the police came. Am I correct? She said, yes, that is true. So now, she's supposed to be so underage at this Dolphin Hotel. The police came knocking on the door. The police came knocking on the door. Okay? I really don't want people who, supporters in this. I really want people who really believe the victims. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because this is the court transcript that I'm reading from court. And I really want you to understand how these damn heifers lied to y'all. I really want y'all, because one thing, I don't know, some of y'all not like me. You know, I'm a realist. Bitch, you lie to me, I'm coming for your throat, okay? I don't like supporting you and you lie to me. Because I will eat your ass up, fat and all, okay? Burn your ass up too. Now listen. So she said, so the police came to the room. He said, and when the police came, you were still in the room. Am I correct? She said, I was in the restroom. He said, but when the police were there, you were in the room. Am I correct? She said, yes, I was. So she was trying to deflect the question. And he said, and you spoke to them, correct? Now, for all y'all talking that bullshit, the police came in the room when she said he ate her, effed her, did all this sexual stuff. They asked your age. Yet they did, yes. You told them 18. She said, I did, yes. Now that's the law. That's the law. When the law, and I don't know if you guys understand, police officers are called the law. You know when people used to say, I'm going to call the law? That means police officers. That means for those of you, and I want, and please, the part where I said where the police came in the room and she said she was 18, make sure y'all clip that part of this video and send it to Kwame, send it to Carcino, send it to Gravity Takeout, send it to Tough Love, send it to all men bloggers who talk that shit. But Kwame ain't talk that shit, but I'm just saying. Send it to all of them and the ones who was talking shit. Because they need to know the truth. Just because somebody convicted don't mean they proved themselves. Y'all heard what she said. This is what she said. She got up on the stand and she put her right hand up and her left hand on the Bible and said, I solemnly swear to tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Is that what she not said before she took that stand? Is that what she not said before she took that stand? All right, this is not me advocating for R. Kelly. No. This is not that. This is breaking out what she said and told you. So I'm going to read that again and make sure y'all can send this clipping all around to them big bloggers too, damn it. Send this. And if they want the transcript, I will be more than happy to send it to them. More than happy. And if I can't send it to them for whatever reason, if Miss Sylvia got a watermark on it, but she can send it to them. We have no problem getting the truth out. Not at all. So I'm going to say that part one more again. Okay, so she said, okay, and you testified there came a point in time that he actually did and the police came. Am I correct? She said, yes, that is true. And when the police came, you still was in the room. Am I correct? Then she said, A said, I was in the restroom. That's still in the room, heifer. But when the police were there, you were in the room. Am I correct? Yes, I was. You know, I think the mother instinct in me would have slapped the shit out of her. I'd have been like, bitch, answer the motherfucking question. Quit being so goddamn fast. Sit your ass up here and answer that goddamn question. I'll fuck your ass up. You sitting up here gotten us in this goddamn bullshit and the whole world looking. Fuck your ass up. See, that's the mother in me. That's the mother in me. I'd have backhand her. That's just I'm old school like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school like that. I just would have knocked the shit out of her. But anyway, you know, you got everybody looking at our family. Anyway. But when the police were there, you were in the room. Am I correct? She said, yes, I was. And you spoke to them, correct? She said, yes, I did. And they asked your age. Yes, they did. Yes. And you told them 18. I did. Yes. They asked you for identification. They asked you for identification. They asked you for identification. Identification. Yeah, did that sound like that was echoing? Now, this is the time where it need to be an echo shit. There came a time where they asked you for identification. Yes. She said, they asked you for identification. Yes, I did, yes. You gave them identification, am I correct? Yes, I did. They studied the identification. She's like, Is that a yes? Yes. Sorry, yes. She said, mm-hmm. And he said, is that a yes? He said, yes. So they studied her identification. They didn't look at it, they studied it. So they didn't say, they studied her identification. So he in the room with you, eating your ass, so you say. He told you he need to come, so you say. So he fucking you a virgin. He doing all this to you and you a virgin. You ain't freaked out. You ain't crying. You ain't shaking. You doing all this. You went from 0 to 100 and a virgin. Okay. That's just like when Geronda, and I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I seen a video the other day and I love Angela Stanton. I really do. But when she said she sat up there and believed Geronda, that's the biggest liar in the world. Okay? And I'm going to talk about that, Angela, because Angela may not know the truth. And from one realist to another, I know you don't like to be lied to, too. So, and after they finished studying the identification, they had you call your parents. Am I correct? Whoa, shit. So not only did they study the identification, they asked her to call her parents. You know what? If I keep reading this damn transcript, I think a lot of people might go hurt their child. Like, you lying little heifer, like I was a switch with the leaves, and I would tear her ass up. You had me rooting for you. You had me cussing people out for you. You lying little, ooh. That's what I would sting that ass, boy. And then they said, let me read that last question. And after they finished studying the identification, they had you call your parents, am I correct? She said, yes, I did. And you put the phone on speaker, yes, I did. And you spoke to your parents, am I correct? I did, yes. Now, tough love, first of all, the fact that they saying that they didn't speak to their parents is a lie when the parents tried to work for R. Kelly and get business deals with him. So the lies itself that you didn't know where your daughter were was a lie all itself. You said you didn't know what your daughter was. You said you tried to get business deals with him. You tried to work for him, so you did know where they were. But that's not what they told y'all. That's not what they told y'all. Ooh, I see a lot of new people up in here. Hi, new people. Make sure y'all hit the like button, new people. Ooh, I see some new people up in here. Hi, new people. So then she put the phone on speaker and you spoke to your parents. Am I correct? She said, I did, yes. Now, mom and dad, y'all told, we need to, y'all, don't hurt these people on site. Don't y'all do that. We are not inciting a riot here on Spittinfire because y'all believed them and y'all got lied to and y'all was sitting up there and the trial over with and this man detained, wrongfully convicted. I know y'all feel some type of way. I know y'all do. I know y'all do. This is the transcript, you guys. New people, this is not my words. This is not the words of the people over here with the fire flames. This is not people who support R. Kelly. These are not fans of R. Kelly. This is the actual transcript during the trial that was going on with R. Kelly that I'm reading. We got the initial transcript. We all came and put our money together to get it because it was so much money. And Infamous Sylvia, thanks to her, make sure y'all shout out to Infamous Sylvia again. She was going to court, her and Dottie and other people, and they got the transcript. She was nice enough to share it with me. I'm reading the questions and the answers of the transcript that was asked in our courthouse. Okay, this was the transcript that was asked in our courthouse. This is not me making this shit up. Okay, so let's get this understood. This is a transcript. This is the people. This is the people that was on the stand, solemnly swore to tell the truth that you people, you believed. This is the shit y'all believed, and in the process of y'all believing they little lying asses, he got convicted because the narrative, everybody got their mind made up. People are cloudy. You know, when your brain cloudy, you can't decipher the truth, but I'm speaking the truth now. Y'all put the wrong man in jail. See, this is the same stuff y'all did to Jesus. This is why you don't do that mess. You leave it to the law. You don't believe everything out in the public. Tell them people if they've been victims, go to the law. Don't bring it to social media. This is why. History repeating itself. I'm not saying he's Jesus, but I'm saying look what the people did to him. They didn't believe it. You see what I'm saying? They didn't believe it, and he went to his own crucifixion, and next thing you know, it was like, oops, he was the Messiah. You think? He was telling you that they lying on y'all. And now, listen. Listen, people. So now, thank you for the super chat, super sticker. Thank you so very much. So, I said, okay, and you put it on speakerphone. She said, yes, I did. And you spoke to your parents. Yes, I did. Oh, you spoke to mom and dad because they said, they told the word that they didn't speak to you. Now, your parents spoke to you in the presence of the officers. Yes. Let me read that again. Now, your parents spoke to you in the presence of the officers, the law, the police officers with the badge, the gun, the baton, and handcuffs, and uniform, squad car, siren, them people. You know the ones that if they white, y'all say they beat us, that y'all protest all the time screaming Black Lives Matter, them people. Yeah. This what she testified to. So now if it's a sexual assault, because of the Me Too Times Up era, you can lie and still get convicted. That's her problem, y'all. That's a problem. I'm sorry, I'm snorting. My sinuses. So now that you spoke to your parents in the presence of the police officers, and they asked you to come downstairs, am I correct? No, they did not. So, let's get this understood, people. She spoke to the officers in the presence of, she spoke to her parents in the presence of the officer on speaker. She showed them an ID. They studied the ID. They had her call her parents. For one, why would your parents have you the police come to their hotel room if they ain't supposed to know where you were? How did they know which room you were in if they didn't know where you were? You see, people, y'all not thinking. Y'all thinking because he was convicted that it must have been true. This is the shit. It's not. This is why we have the Innocence Project, because shit be just so in your face that you like, there is no way they can convict. And they do it. Because the people want him in jail, because they don't like him, because of the narrative that the surviving R. Kelly put out. That's not how our democracy works. You don't have to like them. But they ain't going back to their goddamn community and letting this guy free. And have to hear the people backlash from the people. Right? So, and she said, he said, and And they asked you to come downstairs. Am I correct? She said, no, they did not. Then he said, you didn't tell Mr. Kelly that? Well, you know what's, you didn't tell Mr. Kelly that? Well, you know what? Enough of this. I'm going with the officers. And then she said, no, I did not. And he said, you didn't tell the officers that Mr. Kelly violated you, am I correct? She said, I had not, no. Now, you got the police right there. Your parents know where you are. If they felt that you was in danger, why wouldn't they be up there with the police officers? If I felt that my daughter was in danger, the police gonna be in the front. I'm gonna be right there by down the hall or right there. Like, she better come out that damn room. Why would I just send them? She said, no. He said, in fact, according to you, you stayed in the room and continued a sexual encounter with Mr. Kelly. Am I correct? She said, I did, yes. What? In fact, according to you, you stayed in the room and continued the sexual encounter with Mr. Kelly. Am I correct? I did, yes. This is what he locked up for, y'all. He locked up for this shit. The first time he's supposed to have been in the room with her, the police there, she said she 18. They asked for ID. They studied the ID, said she was 18. How was he supposed to think anything different? And yet, she didn't tell him she was violated. The parents didn't think that. It sounded like to me that was a setup. Because ain't no way in hell a dad, how you know what room they in? How you know all this? And then you continue to go back to having sex. How you stop fucking to the police interrupting and say, oh, they gone. Come on, let's go back to fucking. I don't think that was a one-way street. That had to have been a two-way engagement. Like, well, we might as well finish where we left off. Like, because after the police involved, I'd have been like, look, because a normal reaction would have been like, look, I'm good at this. She like, it sounded like to me, let me tell y'all how I believe it went. She's like, fuck that. Shit, they gone now. I'm 18, let's get this. Let's do this. I'm telling y'all, she was the aggressor. I kept telling you. I was young, I'm a woman, and I know how we think. I told you, in that room that day, she was the aggressor. He's talking about I need the nut. And she was like, I can help you out with that. I'm sure. Think about it. If a man is engaging in sex with you, and the police come and he already got a pass, and he's scared that you underage, and the police come to the room, that kills the mood. So she had to, I'm telling y'all, that didn't go that way in that room like she said. Oh, okay, they gone. Come on, let's get the fucking again. No, that didn't happen like that. He had, a man body don't work like that. He was shaking. And she like, she got his ass calmed all the way the fuck down. I'm trying to tell you. But you think Spitfire don't know what happened behind that room? Wisdom. 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 Then, according to you, you stayed in the room and continued sexual encounter after that. Yes, I did. And according to you, okay, you didn't want this to happen. Am I correct? I did not want this to happen. No. I would have stepped aside when she said that, Can't. I would have been like, Because she might have got struck by lightning. I'd have been like, you know who lying. She took the oath. I would did just like that. Shoot. Don't be, strike her. Strike her. And he said, and you felt violated, am I correct? She said, I did, yes. You felt violated, got the police there, and then go back to finish fucking. Go back to finish being violated. Oh my God, y'all. And we got this man locked up behind bars over this last shit. And we did this shit. No, we didn't do this shit. Y'all did this shit. Y'all did this shit. Oh my God, y'all did this shit. Y'all did this shit. Y'all did this shit. I always knew better. Y'all did this shit. How can you be blatantly know the truth? And this, man, I don't know. If I believed her and I hear this shit, I probably fuck her ass up on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Now my conscience, but see, these people today don't have a conscience. Not me. These people today don't have a conscience. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did this shit. Y'all did this shit. Some of y'all out there that believe them victims, y'all did this shit. Ooh-wee. So, let me see. And then he went on to say, after being violated, outraged, and devastated, you flew to meet him. Am I correct? I did, yes. Y'all did this shit. Y'all did this shit. Who want the defense transcript? Who wants it? And I'm not talking to subs. I'm talking you media. I'm talking you other bloggers. I'm talking y'all. Y'all that did this shit. Y'all did this shit. Because she was so devastated, she had to come. I had to keep seeing them because I was devastated. First time me seeing you, you violated me. Police called, and I'm so devastated and outraged, I keep seeing you. The first time. So, the first time I meet you, I don't have that. You know how you in love with somebody and they violate you or they abuse you and it's hard for a woman to get out and understand that battered woman syndrome. But how you already like that the first damn time? And your parents was right there and they called the police. How you, where they do that at? And shortly after it was it you were violated, outraged, and devastated, you went out to meet him. She said, how soon? She said, yes. Probable, most likely, the next weekend. Listen to what he asked her. I'm going to need you to listen to what he asked her. Dang. He said, how shortly after was it you were violated, outraged, and devastated that you went out to meet him? She said, how soon? He said, yes. Probable, most likely the next weekend. She ain't paying attention to the question. She said, I went out to meet him the next weekend. But you devastated and outraged and violated. But you meant after, he said how shortly after, the next weekend. So you was outraged, devastated. She ain't pay attention, y'all. You see what I'm talking about? Did your parents go with you? They did not. Did you have an older brother? I do, yes. Did he go out there with you? He did not. Did a chaperone go out there with you? No, I had no chaperone. Do you have an older sister? I do. Did your older sister go out with you? She did not, no. When you went out by yourself, am I correct? Yes, I did. Did you tell your parents about the violation that Mr. Kelly supposedly committed upon you before going out to meet with him again, then they objected, overruled. Absolutely not. She said absolutely not. She said absolutely not, y'all. She said absolutely not, y'all. We're on page 1117, line 17. 1117, line 17, because we got to move on with commentary. Woo-wee! That was some shit for you. Thank you for the super chat. That was some stuff for you. Oh my goodness, that was some stuff for you. So, tough, now you got your answer. Now you got your answer. This here is they trying to make the next Me Too victim, Dr. Dre. Now they trying to come for Dr. Dre, y'all. They trying to come for Dr. Dre. Many women coming out saying that they were his mistress while he was married to Nicole Young. And one is supposed to have his love child back in 2013 while he was married to Nicole Young of 24 years. They have 2 adult children, okay, and they are going through a legal battle. He is to pay her close to $300,000 a month for temporary spousal support, okay. Now, there's some women coming out saying that they were his mistress. Now, I don't understand how you volunteered to be a man's mistress and now you feel the need to come out because you need some compensation. They trying to do him like they did Tiger Woods. This is the next Time's Up Me Too victim in the making, Dr. Dre. Which we knew that they were coming after Dr. Dre. They want some of his money. They want some of Dr. Dre's money. And some women are coming out to speak on Dr. Dre. Now, you are a grown woman, okay? You knew he was married. Everybody knew he was married. Why do you feel the need to come out? Why he owe you anything? Why the fuck do you feel that he owe you anything? This is why I advocate for men. Because the women are coming out, this Me Too Time's Up stuff has toxic these men. Men, you need to fight back. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all need to fight back. Dr. Dre, make sure somebody get this information to Dr. Dre. I'm advocating for men's rights. I got some issues that I need to address first, but in the meantime, in between time, get with Dr. Dre, tell him Spittinfire, R.A. Jackson want to meet with him, talk to him, some of them, because I need some bagging and some funding advocating for y'all, because we got some things we got to worry about and tend to, okay? Because y'all need some help, and y'all don't know how to do it. I know how to fight these bitches, okay? I just don't have the money to do it, but I know how to do it. And you got the money, and many others have the money, okay? So, that is some stuff. Because I would have been his mistress too. He was a billionaire or close to it. I'd have been his mistress too. You ain't his mistress no more. He got a new one, so now you mad? I'd have been his mistress too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know, a man got a lot of money. That's sexy. It's attractive. Why is everybody acting like they victims because they fucked a millionaire? Yeah, I'm screwing your husband. He got all this money. My poor ass need it. Yeah. Sorry, I have no morals when it comes to money. Sorry. And that's why a lot of them damn Jezebels think. You know, you can't just be a Jezebel and then when he ain't messing with you no more, now you want to tell. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to tell. Now they getting divorced. Now you want to say, you know, he a womanizer or something like that. This is, and they gonna try to bring up his past where he beat women and he beat Barnes and all this and that. He has since apologized, since paid her, let it go. But they not finna. They finna bring that shit up. They targeting this man right here. They targeting him. He is next. Okay, he is next. He is the next Me Too Time's Up victim. Right here, Dr. Dre. They tried to get Russell Simmons, But now they're trying to go after Dr. Dre. This is the next victim of Me Too Time's Up. This is the next Me Too Time's Up victim, Dr. Dre. Let me put that on the screen right here. This is the next Me Too Time's Up victim. They're coming after you, Dr. Dre. Get your lawyers together. You are next. They're coming after you, Dr. Dre. You are the next Me Too Time's Up victim. Okay? You are the next one. All right? They're trying to get you. Okay. Now, let's see what. Let me see.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Good to see you.
I'm good. How you?
Good. You know, it's funny. I had a IG memory come up and it showed me I met you 8 years ago.
Really?
Today at the listening party for Mo.
Okay.
Yeah. So for you thinking.
Well, good to see you again. You know what I mean?
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Thinking about that, you know, I know you're preparing to release new music now.
So this is Nelly, okay? He's the former Me Too victim. He's a Me Too victim. Some girl years ago said that he sexually abused her on a tour bus. He is a Me Too victim, and he spoke out about not having, he's the only rapper that didn't have a co-signer. Okay, when he made it in the business, he had to make it on his own, and this is when he was meeting with Essence interviewer, okay, and she just cheesing, she in love. Let's listen some more.
So how would you say your music sound has evolved since 2013?
Because here's the thing. I mean, you know, when anything that's successful, people tend to gravitate to, so to speak. So, and I say that in a respectful manner to where, I mean, you know, the whole radio, if you think about it, almost sounds like Nelly at this point, at some type of, you know, interlude. Not saying that these young brothers and sisters aren't putting their own thing on it. Of course they are. Because just like I had influences with my style, you know what I'm saying? I CeeLo Green, you know what I mean? Bone Thugs, Arrested Development. You know what I mean? Like, these are people who inspired Nelly. Even DMX, he had a lot of melody to what he did. I think his melody is definitely underrated in what he was doing in his music, you know. But I think that's a blessing because, I mean, that shows your impact, man. That's what you want as an artist, is to inspire. Mm-hmm. And when you have, and you know, if you're being inspirational, people are going to take what has been, you know, what has been successful, and they're going to put their own twist on it. And that's with anything with life. So, I mean, you know, one person invented a car. But you got people taking you as an influence is a form of flattery. And, yeah, you know, I'm thankful that I could impact and have an impact in something as big as hip hop.
Yeah. Thinking about that, because I'm from the Midwest too. So like you said, for me, it was Bone Thugs and Harmony, and then like you. But so I'm curious, like when you came into the industry, did you feel like other rappers, the community as a whole, like embraced you, or did you have to kind of fight, you know, for your space?
Both.
Okay.
People don't understand when I say I had no co-signers. There was nobody to back Nelly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody to stand up for Nelly. People showed me love, but there was nobody to stand up for me, meaning there was nobody who was already solidified to say, yo, he's good. Or, you see what I'm saying? And you can't name me nobody that's successful in my era or in what I do that didn't have a cosigner. Everybody had a cosigner for Nelly. Yeah. Everybody had a cosigner for Nelly, from Tupac to Biggie to Snoop Dogg to, you know what I'm saying? Only person who probably did not have a cosigner, who I think it's a reason why we're so close a lot of times and we see things like, it's T.I. You talk about getting it out the mud.
King of the South.
Talking about,
like,
yeah, you talking about get it out the mud. It's like, yo, you know, Kanye had a Rockefeller chain on.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Rockefeller. I didn't get a Rockefeller chain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that was Nelly. He said that Kanye had a Rockefeller chain, so everybody was endorsed. Everybody had a co-signer. Everybody had a push, but he didn't have a push. He had to actually put work into it. And he said T.I. too, another Me Too victim. We know that he was a Me Too victim earlier this year. And so one of the things that I was talking about is that he's going on speaking about that he really put a stamp on this hip hop industry, and which he did. You know, I love me some Nelly, which he did. He did. Ooh, he's still looking good, Nelly. But anywho, okay, he said that. And the only reason why I put him on here is because he himself is a Me Too victim. T.I. is a Me Too victim, and they worked hard out here, just like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Cuba Gooding Jr., and so on and so forth. Okay, so on and forth is a Me Too victim. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, and who else I'm going to talk about being a Me Too victim, and they trying to get another Me Too victim. And I'm telling you guys, you got to make sure that you don't allow them to keep doing this. You don't allow them to keep doing this, okay? Because it's not cool, okay? It's not cool that they keep going after our men, all right? It's not. And we have to stop them, all right? We have to stop them, because if not, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it, and we're allowing it. And then we can't be selective of who we want to do something. We can't be selective, okay? So lastly, we're going to talk about is Denzel. They're trying to get Denzel in the Me Too Time's Up era. They're trying to get him, okay? The white women are really trying to get Denzel, okay? Kelly Couric tried to go after Denzel. Make sure y'all hit the like buttons coming on in. If you don't, please make sure you hit the like buttons coming on in. They trying to go after Denzel. Now, so I told you 2 years ago they were coming after our men. Men are under attack. Men are under attack. Okay? They're coming after our men. They're trying to come after Denzel. Kelly Couric was talking about how she was in fear of Denzel and all this and that. And now she talking about they was on the set of Grey's Anatomy, I believe, or some show, I forgot. I ain't watched none of those shows. And he was directing it. And she was saying she started the show and he had to put her in her place. And because he put her in her place, she's trying to slander his name, because it's so easy to slander a man today, thanks to Tarana Burke and Tina Chin. All right? Thanks to them. But hopefully these men get together and put these women in their place. Because I'm a traditional person and I believe in gender roles. I'm sorry if you think that's old-fashioned and setting back. I believe in a woman being firm, standing up for herself when she need to, and putting a man in her place, and don't be abusive for men. But at the same time, I don't believe it's wrong with a woman wanting to tend to her man. And I'm talking about, when I say her man, I'm not talking about the one she actually just sleeping with. I'm talking about women, period. You know, we're nurturers by nature and things like that. But now we are now slandering and trying to get rid of men because we mad at men and all this and that. If you have an argument with a man in your life, don't mean you need to come out and slander his name in the public because you had an altercation with him. Like, come on. But they are trying to go after Denzel. This is the second woman, white woman, that's came after Denzel. Now watch what I tell you. There's going to be another one. Kelly Couric, they taking baby steps with Denzel because he's so light. They're taking baby steps with Denzel because he's so liked in the industry. But they bringing these white women after him. Not the black ones, the white ones. And if they are black, it's going to be the ones that act white. Okay? So, Dr. Dre is the next one. They working up a resume with Denzel. Men are under attack. And you guys did this. You guys did it. You believers, you believe in these victims and all this, you did it. We need an attorney. We need an attorney. Okay? If you like to support my channel, make sure you hit Spittinfire. Okay? It's Spittinfire, just like it is. SPITTINFIRE. All right? Because all those donations and things like that, I'm trying to save up so I can get an attorney. Because we need one. We need one. I want to go in there. I want to go in there like a boss bitch. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna lie. I want to go in there when I get an attorney, right? Let me tell you something. I'm going to get an attorney for men, right? For us as a people. It's going to be for us. And I'm going to go in there. I'm going to make sure I have my girdles on, okay? My girdles and my Spanx. I'm going to have all this sucked in and all this. I'm going to have like the super suction. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my titties sitting way up here. If it's a man, I'm going to have my titties sitting up here. And I'm going to do like that. And then but I ain't going to be no Me Too. He got enough money. It can be Me Too. No, I'm just joking. Bullshit. But anyway, and then I'm going to go up in there with my suit on, you know what I'm saying? Dressing fly, hair done, sharp, walking up in there like I got money. No, I ain't got shit, right? And I want to be like, oh, that's what you charge? And then like money ain't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be like, woo, thank Lord for these subs. Thank Lord for thousands of people. Because, honey, I would be broke living under a viaduct if I had to come out my own money. I'm just saying. Because we got to. We got to do this, though. For real, though, y'all. We got to. You know how it ain't nothing like just going up into a high-price attorney firm, you know what I mean? And they thinking you ain't got nothing, and you can be like, I would like to retain you after they say an amount, and it's an extreme, astronomical amount, but they don't know how many people you got behind you. You know, if you got, they sit up there and say, oh, we're going to need a $5,000, and that's just a retainer. That's not even to take the case. And then you sit up there and got $20,000, 20,000 damn subs, and everybody pitched in $1, or at least the first 5,000 pitched in $1. So you know that's 5,000. Then you go up in there like bam, that like it ain't shit. Ooh, that's just a dream, ain't it? Ooh, that's a dream for your ass. I would love to make that dream come true. And then I would have like to be like, what do you need a prop for? Well, you know, me and the people, we the people, we feel some things. And we need an attorney on some things. And some things that we need an attorney on, we need a firm. Because these people have high-priced attorneys. And we can't go with the one who just graduated law school. We got to go with somebody who's a bulldog. And we know that one person can't afford you. Because we the working class, right? But together we can. Oh, yes, it's thousands of us together. We can. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If I can get 5,000 pledges for $1 a week, oh, yeah, we can fight this shit. I'll be like, what? No, we need to add this to the case. We need to add that to the case. We need to add, it'd be Jackson and people versus whoever the fuck we want. Because we fighting for these men's rights. You feel what I'm saying? Boom. Like that. You know what I mean? Just a boss bitch. They be like, how she got all this? Don't worry about it. Don't count my coins. Don't count our coins. You don't know we the people. Nickel. You know what I'm saying? I just be like, that's some boss shit. Like, could you come up in there? You know what I'm saying? I come up in there like, hey, Joycelyn Slavin, let me borrow them goddamn Chanel diamond earrings R. Kelly bought you. I'll go up in there with my Chanel diamond earrings on that Joycelyn loaned me. And then I'll be like, just strutting my big ass up in there. But I'm looking fly like, hey, up in there. And then, you know, it's a high price law firm because they got all this goddamn mahogany wood and all this goddamn. And then they got them old ass encyclopedias that worth a lot of money because now they vintage and all that kind of shit. And I'm walking up in there like a boss bitch that I am. You know what I'm saying? They have my stylist make sure fresh relaxer. Make sure slick down. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes, bitch. Woo-wee. I'm trying to tell you. And then we can do some things. And they be like, and they be on TV like, what the hell? Yeah. We making moves, nigga. We making moves. I can't wait. I'm trying to sit. I didn't get a chance to go to Chase yet. I did tell y'all about Bank of America. So they was telling me that I told them I did not have a 501c. I did not have an organization for what I'm trying to do or whatever. I'm trying to, I want to be in a reputable institution because I want the people to send the money to the bank. Because I don't, because you guys are FDIC insured. So even if it's $1, if we do $1, I want it to be insured. And I want it to be where they can see the balance, because it's the people putting in. They should be able to see a balance. You know what I'm saying? And see what it's being spent on, like stuff that is supposed to, for people who advocating and pertaining, not going to Venice Beach for your whole family. No, it's for people who are actually working on the case. Like if you working on the case, okay, we know you got to pay your bills. We go fund that. We know you got to pay to go out of town. We go fund that. Talk to the lawyer. We do what you're supposed to do. And that's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Do what we supposed to do. And then we can take a vote. And if there's anything left over, we can take a vote on where it go. It can go to the men's. We can spread it out to different men who are wrongfully convicted, to get them attorneys. We can tell, look, this is the last of it. We want you to represent this person, that person, you know, stuff like that, so we can do a deed in the community for us. Because I think that is going to be imperative, especially men who have been victims of false accusation. I really want to put a damper in that Me Too times up shit. I really do. I really do. Yes, but I may not want that, you know, high maintenance. I don't want a 501c. I have some organizations on my own. I want this to be something that we, the people, working on, and that we're trying to get some legal stuff. I can't say on the air, but we try to get some legal stuff that we all been talking about for the past 2 or 3 years pertaining to the people we all support. And that's it. Like, I don't want nothing to have to keep up. I don't want nothing. I don't want that. You know what I mean? And I told him that I don't want that. I just want something that we can see that it's going to be for what we advocating for. We got some results. Bam. You know what I mean? And then when it's over, it's over. I really don't, you know what I mean? Oh, I got some stuff in my hand. That's what I want. Yeah, 503c is too much government. Yeah, I didn't want all that because I don't want to keep it up. I don't want to start that. You get what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to repetition. I want something for what we're fighting for right now to make a difference. Yeah, and you got to move in silence. So, but they don't know what I'm going to do. So, yeah, and you see what I'm saying? Damn. All this hair. So, I didn't want that. Yeah, something concrete, something that people can see at a reputable institution, okay? You know, like a Chase or a Bank of America, something that's in like a lot of states that people just can go into this account and deposit their little $1 a week or something like that. And when we get our money and we can have we try to get thousands of pledge, you know what I'm saying? Something that is the price of a soda or less, you know what I mean? And if it's all of us, we can do that. You know, they had something like that for him before, but it was compromised because people were saying that people were doing other stuff. I don't know. But I want mine in a reputable institution. I'm not fooling with y'all because I don't like to be accounted for some money. So we're going to have to make sure it's a reputable institution. I could find an institution, but we have to find an accountant that's certified, that's bonded, okay? You got to get his license. We want your ID. We want all that shit be published. Okay? Because we don't want no Daryl Johnson type shit. So, because I don't want to be responsible for no money. No, because I ain't dealing with y'all. But black folks with money is the worst ever. Even if it's just $1, it's the worst ever. Trust me. So we got to find somebody. We got to find somebody that we agree on. Okay. So, that we agree on. I'm not dealing with nobody money. No, sorry. I find an institution that we can all put our money in and somebody can oversee that shit. I'm not fucking with y'all. Y'all be good. Oh yeah, we should do it. Then next thing you know, what's she doing with the money? She sitting up there doing this with you. Y'all know we don't get along y'all know black folks don't get along that well. We get along for 5 minutes to get something done. And then once something done, everybody want to complain about it. And then the people that complain about it and the ones ain't doing shit. Nope, not me. I'm going to tell you what we need to do. I'm going to tell you what we should do. I'm going to tell you the information. And then we going to have to find somebody to do the shit. That's how you do that. Because I don't need that stress. I don't need that stress. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna oversee no money. No. I'm only overseeing the money that y'all donate to my channel. That's it. Thank you for the super chats. I prefer the Cash App, but thank you for that too. That's it. That is it. SPITTINFIRE. That is it. Big money that's going for the cause like R. Kelly or any other man that's in jest or whatever. We got to find somebody. And I don't mind being a person to try to go out and do it, or you or whoever else, and work it together and come up with a vote on who we think will be good for it. I don't mind. Not at all. Other than that, that's it. If Miss Sylvia said no more shit, she be accused of too much stuff. She said no more. Oh, y'all see me broke out in the sweat? Y'all see that? Ooh, child. And it's cold in here, but I'm sweating. Then I'm flashing, y'all. Oh. And I just broke out in it. I was just fine, and now I just all of a sudden just started sweating. I just can't stand when this is over with. These personal summers and shit. Ooh, if I go to day tomorrow, honest to God, I'm kicking Eve's butt. Ooh, if I go, I'm just saying, it's gonna be a fight in heaven if she up in there, cause she kicking. I mean, that's what I look. That's the only woman that we should all not like, for real. For real. That shall pass. Yes, it will pass. It'll pass in a few minutes. I know, right? I know. But anyway, thank y'all for coming. We gonna come back because we got to talk about some stuff. Ooh-wee. We got to talk about some stuff, y'all. This is part 1. Part 2 will be coming soon. Yeah, we gonna be talking about it. It is 10 o'clock. Probably come back at midnight. In the meantime, in between time, y'all be good. Take care. All right. We'll be back. We will be back. Peace.